Hello there, BookTube. My name is Nathan, and I am the Rambling Reviewer. I call myself that because I tend to ramble a lot in my videos. Today is the day after Christmas, and I decided that I'd spend a little bit of time talking to you about what I got for Christmas, some of the books I got, also a couple other things, but hint hint, Gigi here from Kiki's Delivery Service is one of the things I got, and probably one of my favorite things I got. I just love him. He's so cute. But uh, I had a good Christmas. I hope that you all had a good Christmas too. Took time out to spend time with your family, your friends. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then I hope you had a wonderful Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, winter solstice, or just a wonderful day if you don't celebrate anything at all. And hopefully enjoy time off from work. If your year has been anything like mine, it has been hectic, frantic, difficult, um, tiring, emotional. Insert other adjectives here. It's been just a hard year in general. There's been COVID. Some of us have lost people, myself included. Financial instability. The political climate has been god awful. The climate has been god awful. So I'm grateful for this chance to just, take a few days to relax and have fun and get gifts, eat food that is most of the time really good, spend time with family that are most of the time really lovely and wonderful. And I hope all of you get to have that also. So, Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, Winter Solstice, everything. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into what I got though. GG here. I also got, continuing with Kiki's Delivery Service, it fell off. I also got this little model kit, which is a paper model kit of her home before she runs off to live on her lonesome. So, really excited to have this, and I don't honestly think I'm going to be able to do this, but hopefully I will. I also got some other things that are non-bookish related. Some pens, some notebooks, Gone and Leorio over there, some movies, a video game, a lot of consumables, tea, Swedish fish, Skittles, Snickers aren't vegan, Oreos, Gardettos, some nuts, trail mix, that type of stuff. And some gift cards too. Some money. So, I was very, very lucky. I feel most lucky though for this stack of books I got here, which I want to show off. I got The Story of Your Life, which I already own this one, but I own it in the Arrival, the movie tie-in cover, and so I wanted the original cover, and so got it. And very happy to have it. I've read about half the stories in this volume. I need to read about 4 more. And then, similar to things I've shown this show before, I got 2 of these old science fiction magazines. One is Isaac Asimov, and one is Science Fiction and Fantasy. This one you've got a dump with a giant claw machine, and I guess a corpse there. And in this one you have the main story as Sing a Song of Mall World, and right there is Mall World, bearing a striking resemblance to Ringworld. But the local library has a bunch of those in the library sale room. I've bought a bunch of them. My mom bought these two for Christmas. I also got Band of Brothers by Stephen E. Ambrose. Not read this yet. Wasn't particularly. I didn't ask for it, but the other day I went to my mother's brother's niece's house. No, my mother's boyfriend's niece's house. Um, First time meeting them. It actually was really enjoyable because I got to play Betrayal at the House on the Hill, which is a wonderful horror-based tabletop game where you explore a house as one of several hero characters, and you explore the house using little tiles. So each room is a tile, and so when you go into a new room, you draw a tile corresponding to that floor, place it down, go in the room. Some of the rooms have little icons on them, like events, items, and omens. And each omen card, you do a roll, and if the roll is lower than the amount of omens currently on the table, then the haunt is revealed, which is kind of the main quest or so of the story. Which might have you trying to fight a werewolf, or trying to prevent the house from speaking, or stopping a demonic summoning, or I was the haunt revealer. Actually, I was not the haunt revealer last night. However, I was the traitor last night. So, I was in cahoots with the monster, which was a ghostly bride who's trying to make one of the heroes into her groom. And we weren't able to actually finish the game. However, it looked like I was going to be winning because I murderized one of the party in the first 10 minutes, nearly murderized the second one of them, and was about on equal footing with the groom. It was only one other person who had a pretty high-powered weapon, but it was looking like I was going to win. But I had a great time, and while there, I was gifted this book, which will be a nice addition to my history reading in the new year. I also got Nostria by Cormier Smith. I was wanting all of Cormier Smith's stuff because I read in New World November a bunch of his stuff and fell in love with him. Well, to be more precise, I actually fell in love with him last year, right before New World November, when I read a bunch of his stories, including The Dead Lady of Clowntown, which is the first story that I really loved, and it's my favorite story by him. Nostria is his only novel, his only science fiction novel. I've not read it yet, and so I'm very excited to have this copy from Phoenix Press. I also got, and this one made me squeal when I saw it, because I got it alongside this and two other books from one of my grandmas, and it is The Rediscovery of Man, which is the complete short fiction of Cormier Smith, which is in just this lovely, lovely edition from NEVSA, that is New England Science Fiction Association. I'm trying to remember science fiction. I think it's science fiction though. So, yeah, I have all of Cormier Smith's science fiction stuff now. Continuing with science fiction, I also got God Emperor of Dune. I have most of Dune now. I have this, the original Dune in this kind of edition, as well as another edition that which was my first time reading on it. It has under dust cover. It's just a blank hardback copy of it that I found at Goodwill. Got Dune Messiah, Heretics of Dune, and Children of Dune. So the only one I still need is Dune Chapter House. But yeah, I got that. I'm very excited to have that. I've only read the first two so far, so I was going to be reading Children of Dune this month. However, I haven't been gotten to it, and probably won't be able to get to it before the end of the year. So that'll be a high priority book in the new year. I got the Simoleon mathematical paperback. I actually got two copies of this. actually 3 of the books on here I got 2 copies of. However, I'm only showing this one because I'm actually keeping this one because this one is just a good reader copy that I can annotate, and there's no way in hell I'm going to annotate the other one, which I will be showing shortly. But first, I got Six and Lose, The Free Body Problem. I have read this. I read it several years ago. I've owned it. I own all the 2 sequels, although I've not read them. I got rid of it because I sent it to a friend. So, good to have a new copy of that. I got Irish Fairy Tales and Folklore by W.B. Yeats. Lovely, lovely edition. By Clydesdale Press. This last month I've read Japanese Ghost Stories by Kato Hearn with Sean D. Sandfast. And in the new year we'll be reading a book of Scottish folk and fairy tales, which is by multiple authors. And in the new year I think we'll also be reading a book of African myths by Penguin Press called African Myths and Myths of Origin. And so, kind of hoping that maybe he might be interested in reading that with me. I got the new Stephen King book Fairy Tale. Not read it yet. I saw a review of it on Mike's Book Reviews. That looked good, so I'm ready to get it. I'm actually going to move stuff around up here so that nothing falls over. I got the poetry of H.P. Lovecraft. We are not going to talk about the cat. And here are probably my 2 favorite. Well, the rediscovery of man is really hard. These 2 and the rediscovery of man are probably my 3 favorite things I got. And non-bookish would probably be GG right here. But I got this illustrated edition of the Simoleon. These lovely, lovely elvish writing on the side. And some maps included. And illustrations on the inside. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. I've actually not read Simoleon, however this month I've been reading The Hobbit for the 2nd or 3rd time. And in the new year I'll be reading Lord of the Rings and this for the 1st time. The last thing I got was Dune. New edition, new copy, relative new edition, but a new copy for me. And I really like the cover with Paul Atreides on the desert planet Arrakis. Very, very cool. So, that is everything that I got. And naturally, I'm going to have to do a booktube stack and hopefully not drop anything. I need them all in frame. Okay, yeah, that's my stack. So, oh yeah, I am completely lucky. I am extremely lucky. I am very lucky to have such a wonderful family. But yeah, Merry Christmas, BookTube. Bye.